Welcome to As a Matter of Faith, sponsored by Altered States, an internet ministry committed to beginning each weekday with the good news of the gospel. I am your host, Preacher Bob. My father was one of those larger-than-life individuals that we encounter from time to time. Their behavior is their trademark, so to speak, and the impact that they have on the lives of those that know them and come after them is profound. It takes an awful lot to fill their shoes. When Solomon became the king of Israel, well, he had some pretty big shoes to fill. His father David was one of those larger-than-life characters. David was one of the most successful rulers in the history of God's people. He defeated Israel's enemies. He expanded the boundaries of the country. He gave the people a security they hadn't known before. As a result of all his efforts, Israel became a prosperous and plentiful nation. So it's natural that Solomon would wonder how in the world he could possibly live up to the example of his father or govern a nation like Israel. Just as God desired for David to be successful, so he desired success for Solomon as well. The Lord appears to Solomon in a dream and says to him, "Ask for whatever you want me to give you." Of all the things the young king could have asked, wealth, power, international influence, he instead asked for wisdom to guide his people rightly. Offered whatever he desired, Solomon chose to serve others rather than himself. I wonder, if we were presented with the same proposition as Solomon, would we do the same, or would we give in to the temptation to use God's providence selfishly? That would be an incredibly difficult decision to make, and I'm afraid few of us would be able to make that same choice as Solomon. The temptation to serve self is a very powerful one indeed. Thankfully, Jesus used all the authority at his disposal to serve others. He even said, "The Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve." And so he blessed children, he washed feet, he taught thousands how to live a kingdom life, and ultimately died to forgive the selfishness of all people. As difficult as it might be for us to reject selfishness and choose the way of wisdom, and as often as we might fail to do so, those sins, thankfully, are already forgiven, wiped away, marked off of our spiritual record. You may not be able to fill Jesus' shoes or fill the needs of the whole world, but you can look forward to serving others that God chooses to bring into your life. So as a matter of faith, put God in the driver's seat today and seek wisdom first.